Lexi owns a ceramic shop and lives in New York with her best friend and roommate, Chrissy. In the opening scene, Lexi is meditating on her bed, getting herself ready for work. Chrissy calls out, reminding her she's running late. Lexi quickly jumps out of bed, grabs her things, and rushes out to open her store. When she arrives, a man is standing outside about to leave. Just in time, Lexi hurries over, unlocks the door, and lets him in. He admires one of the vases, but eventually decides not to buy it. It's too expensive for him. After work, Lexi stops by the restaurant where Chrissy waitresses. Chrissy sits with her for a few minutes and notices Lexi seems upset. Lexi confesses she's nervous because her parents are in town for her birthday and want to take her out for lunch. Before Chrissy can say much, her boss interrupts and sends her back to work. The next morning, Lexi walks into the kitchen to find Chrissy making her birthday pancakes. Chrissy has also prepared a few other things so Lexi won't feel stressed about lunch with her parents. Later, at the hotel where her parents are staying, Lexi is met by a rude receptionist until he realizes her parents are King Alfred and Queen Charlotte of the country of Kovya. Lexi joins her parents at a large dining hall where a single table is set just for them. She tells them about her shop and the pottery classes she's been teaching. Her parents remind her that when she turned 20, they gave her the freedom to live however she wanted. But suddenly, her mother drops the news. When the firstborn turns 35, tradition requires they return to the royal family. Lexi is shocked and upset. She asks how much time she has, and her parents explain they've already arranged a gala in New York in 2 weeks where she will officially be introduced as the new princess. Her father suggests she make a sculpture to auction off at the charity event. But if she refuses to accept her role and come home, he'll have to abdicate since there would be no heir to the throne. That night, Lexi goes out to a bar with Chrissy and 2 old friends, but she can't stop thinking about what her parents said. Chrissy notices a man watching Lexi and encourages her to go talk to him. Lexi invites him for a birthday drink, but he calmly says he's working and can't. Embarrassed, Lexi assumes he's just a bouncer and returns to her table, where her friends tease her. Soon they're all dancing and laughing together. The next morning, Lexi looks through photos from the night before and marks the gala date on her calendar. When she goes for a run, she sees the same man from the bar watching her. It keeps happening, at her shop, on the street, everywhere. One day, while carrying a box home, she almost bumps into a jogger and realizes the man has actually been assigned as her bodyguard. Lexi calls her mother, who explains that his name is Noah, and he'll be accompanying her on dates with potential suitors. Tradition requires the princess meet several candidates before choosing one. At first, Lexi refuses, but her mother persuades her to try. Trying to calm herself, Lexi meditates again. Chrissy comes home early, interrupting her. She admits she quit her job and wants to find something more serious. Lexi encourages her but decides not to tell Chrissy the truth about her parents' plans, though she feels guilty keeping her in the dark. Later that night, she sketches a dancer. The next morning, Lexi gets a message from her mother. Her first date is that afternoon, and Noah knows all the details. On the way there, she insists Noah not walk beside her. The date is a disaster. The guy spends the whole time staring at photos of his horse. On the way back, Lexi tests Noah by stopping repeatedly to see if he'll stop too. He does, and she jokes that if he's going to follow her everywhere, he might as well join her morning runs. Back at home, Lexi tries to work on her pottery, but her hands shake and she ruins the piece. Frustrated, she gives up. Later, while watching TV with Chrissy, they see a show about royal families. Chrissy jokes about how ridiculous it was that she loved watching it as a kid, a princess who has everything but isn't happy until she finds the right man. She says more movies should be made about girls like them. Lexi feels even more torn about telling her the truth. The next morning, Lexi runs with Noah, deliberately speeding up to annoy him. She pretends paparazzi are chasing her, then tries disguising herself with a blonde wig and sunglasses in a store, but Noah immediately recognizes her and doesn't let her out of his sight. Meanwhile, Chrissy goes to a job interview at the same hotel where Lexi had lunch with her parents. The rude receptionist, Jonathan, is still there. He criticizes Chrissy's outfit and lets slip that King Alfred and Queen Charlotte are staying there. He basically tells her she isn't good enough for the job. Furious, Chrissy insults him and storms out. Lexi goes on her second date. When she sits down, the guy, Charles, thinks she's the waitress and orders food. He's shocked by her casual clothes and even more when she orders a beer. He ends up ordering one too. When Lexi learns Charles is 11 years younger than her, he calmly says he prefers older women. Noah, sitting nearby, bursts out laughing. Embarrassed, Lexi scolds him afterwards, saying this isn't just a job for her, her whole life is changing against her will. Noah regrets making fun of her. At dinner with her mother, Lexi begs not to be forced into the princess role, but Queen Charlotte tells her it's her destiny and that she can still remain true to herself while embracing this new path. Later, Noah returns home to his younger brother Mikey, who uses a wheelchair and has hearing loss. Mikey shyly admits he likes a girl, but freezes up whenever she sees her. Noah encourages him to be honest about his feelings so he won't live with regret. They come up with the idea of writing her a letter. Meanwhile, Chrissy comes home to find Chrissy working out in the living room. The next day at her shop, Lexi struggles with a sculpture. Noah shows up to apologize for laughing the other night. He offers to keep more distance and even decides to buy something. Just then, the same man from earlier returns and finally buys the vase for his restaurant. While Lexi happily helps the customer, Noah clumsily pretends to drop one of her ceramics to get her attention, but she's too thrilled about the sale to notice. Afterwards, Noah asks her to carry his purchase home. At Noah's place, Lexi meets Mikey over coffee. When Noah steps out, she and Mikey bond as he shares stories from their past. Noah and Lexi grow closer. He takes her to a youth center he used to go to as a kid, wishing Mikey had a place like that now. Lexi learns their mother has passed away years ago. Noah walks her home and gives her his card, telling her to call him if she ever needs him. At home, Lexi finds Chrissy doing an online job interview. The interviewer says she'll be invited for a second round, but Chrissy accidentally leaves her mic on and mocks his voice. He hears and cancels the offer. Devastated, Chrissy almost cries, but Lexi comforts her. That night, Lexi texts Nana thanking him for the good day. The next morning, they run together again, enjoying it more this time. Later, in the shop, Lexi teaches Noah pottery. They have fun until Noah's phone reminds him it's time for her third date. Lexi doesn't want to go but agrees since it's the last one. She meets Marcus at the park. Unlike the others, he admits he was also forced into this by his parents. They actually have a good time, eating oysters, complimenting each other, laughing. Noah watches from afar, upset by how well it's going. On the way back, Lexi and Noah talk about Marcus. She asks if Noah's in a relationship, and he reveals he lost his wife 6 years ago and has been alone since. When they pass a fountain, Lexi smiles and says it's her favorite sculpture in the city. She always thought of this place as home and never really noticed it until now. Chrissy suddenly shows up and recognizes Noah from the bar. Flustered, Lexi and Noah pretend they're dating, even going as far as Lexi resting her head on his shoulder. After Chrissy leaves, they agree it's time Lexi finally tells her the truth. But back at the apartment, Chrissy is cold towards Lexi, clearly hurt. Before Lexi can explain, Chrissy gets another rejection call. Lexi cheers her up by suggesting a girls' night out on Friday. That evening, Lexi talks with her mother, who insists she must be honest with Chrissy. She asks what would happen if she fell for a regular guy, but her mother says her father would never approve. Her future partner can't just have an ordinary job. At that moment, Marcus texts, inviting her out again. Over breakfast, Marcus and Lexi bond over art, until he suddenly insults a vase from her shop, calling it ugly. Hurt, Lexi stays quiet. Noah watches from a distance, heartbroken. Later, Marcus confesses he fell in love with her at first sight. That night, the Queen celebrates the match, but Lexi insists Marcus will only be her gala date. She hasn't decided about becoming a princess. Meanwhile, Noah visits the fountain and considers messaging Lexi, but changes his mind. At a lunch with her parents and Marcus, the Queen gushes about how happy she is for them. When Marcus takes her hand, Lexi glances at Noah and thanks him for all he's done for her over the past 2 weeks. The king personally thanks Noah. After lunch, Noah drives Lexi home. Inside, Chrissy angrily punches her boxing bag. She's discovered Lexi's double life. She refuses to listen and storms out to stay with her mother. That night, Noah overhears Marcus on the phone saying, "Since she's the princess of Kovya, I can get whatever I want from her." Meanwhile, Lexi, heartbroken from her fight with Chrissy, tears at posters and leaves the apartment. She runs into Noah outside but tells him to go away. He tries to warn her about Marcus, but she ignores him. The day of the gala arrives. Lexi meditates in bed, then goes for a run in the park. She hasn't heard from Noah in days and texts him. At her shop, Chrissy comes by. Lexi shows her a sculpture inspired by their friendship. They apologize and promise never to keep secrets again. When Chrissy asks about Noah, Lexi says he was just her bodyguard. That night, Lexi shows Chrissy her gown for the gala. The doorbell rings. Marcus is waiting outside with a new bodyguard. She's suspicious, but goes along. At the gala, the king and queen thank Chrissy for being such a loyal friend. Lexi asks about Noah, and her father tells her Marcus discovered he'd been selling her photos to the press. During the event, Chrissy notices Marcus secretly taking photos of the king and queen. Meanwhile, Noah and Mikey eat dinner at home. Mikey happily tells him he has a date with the girl he likes. He teases Noah about Lexi, saying it's obvious he cares for her. At the gala, her parents present her sculpture for auction. Lexi and Chrissy laugh together until Lexi gets a text from Noah, a photo of her favorite fountain. After the auction, Lexi confronts Marcus, who admits everything. Her father overhears and angrily dismisses Marcus, then makes a call. When the king and queen thank the guests, they invite Lexi on stage to speak. She confesses that at first her parents' wishes felt impossible, but she's decided to embrace her role as princess. After her speech, she tries to leave, but her father stops her, proudly introducing his special guest. It's Noah. Overjoyed, she runs to him, and outside by the fountain, they kiss. In the final scene, Lexi and Noah reopen the youth center where Noah once spent time as a kid, this time with Mikey and his new girlfriend by their side.